Hi, Elias.
Hello.
So you're a music producer and a musician. Why is sound so important?
The beauty of sound isn't so in your face like the beauty of sight. Hearing is all about vibration. People's ears respond to vibrations from your voice, allowing them to understand you. I think the Beach Boys got it very right with that hit song, Good Vibrations. The point is, sound can make a huge impact, but does it in a subtle way. To prove the point, watch an intense part from your favorite film on mute. Now watch the same selection with sound and notice the difference. Be it romance, comedy, or adventure, you fail to react when sound is absent because there's no connection between seeing and hearing. Whereas with sound, your reaction is wow, tears of joy or laughter. So in short, with sound, your message is communicated and understood with a positive reaction. That's why sound is important, and getting it right is valuable.
And what should I remember when using sound and music?
Music is one of the quickest ways of connecting emotionally with a supportive audience who are waiting with bated breath. So avoid sound clutter if you're going to communicate successfully. Two useful points to remember are, firstly, a relationship exists between dialogue, music, and sound effects. When these three work in harmony, you have a winning combination. So avoid music clashing with the vocal range or sound effects overpowering the music. Secondly, help your project by thinking about music at the start. It makes a big difference. Off-the-shelf library or looped music can work on occasion, but results are usually less than ideal when you click and drag any old soundtrack as an afterthought into your project. In my experience, they can be quite damaging. So, if you start right, you'll finish right.
So when is the best time to use music?
I think a better question is, what effect or emotion do I want to communicate? Once you decide, then the rest starts to fall into place. Spotting is a creative process of deciding when music should feature. In spotting sessions, you make decisions about style of music, when it should start and when it should finish playing to effectively communicate emotion. This is useful in film, theatre, and other live events. A company I recently worked with simply needed a soundtrack to draw attention to a 30-second promotional video. I designed a sonic brand set against energized music, making the brand instantly recognizable in popular retail locations. The company later told me that it helped to communicate the brand with positive results. More business came because of it. So when to use music is made easier when you decide what effect or message you want to communicate.
And tell me, what is a sonic brand?
A sonic brand is like a sound logo. It makes a brand heard when it cannot be seen. It's an effective way to communicate a brand name without text or a graphic image. It's without question very memorable, often staying with the listeners for years, if not decades after they've heard it. Most times, true to every note. A simple example. Intel is a world leader in silicon technology, and most people know of them. However, if I ask you to draw me their logo, you might struggle over a few minutes and eventually offer me a less than desirable interpretation from your memory. But if I ask you to sing me their logo, you would of course sound out the well-known sonic brand bum 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 in seconds. The magic is it sounds the same each time with almost every listener you ask because it's a memorable melody, whereas the logo, not so much. A sonic brand doesn't necessarily mean a memorable melody all the time. Sometimes it's a distinctive sound. Other times a fanciful phrase or onomatopoeic words cleverly tied to a brand, product or service. Whatever the case, a sonic brand affords you the fortune of being remembered.
And lastly, how do people go about working with you?
It's as simple as picking up the phone and having a little chat. I'm easy to work with, so people can get in touch by phone, email or Twitter. These details are all on my website at eliaslenge.com. What I do as a musician and producer is a lot of fun, so I like to invite people to contact me with their creative challenges because solving them together is an enjoyable process. To get the best from me, I would suggest having a developed idea or message to communicate. Once you get in touch about your music needs, then the fun can begin. Requests vary, but the goal is always the same, to find a creative solution to a creative challenge and to enhance your project. That's what I do. So, if you have a project, let's discuss it. Don't wait. Call me now.
EL, a sound idea.